Greetings everyone and welcome back. This is Marco and today we are comparing three vintage 50mm 1.4 lenses: the Canon FD, the Nikkor S and the Asahi Pentax M. The Canon FD is made of metal, it weighs 300 grams, it is 51 to 59 mm long with a 55 mm front thread. The iris has 8 blades, the aperture is clicked and it goes from f1.4 to f16. The focusing ring turns 210 degrees and minimum focusing distance is 45 cm. Flange distance is 42 mm. The Nikkor S is made out of metal, it weighs 300 grams, it is 48 to 53 mm long with a 52 mm front thread. The iris has 6 or 7 blades depending on the year of production, the aperture is clicked and it goes from f1.4 to f16. The focusing ring turns 130 degrees and minimum focusing distance is 60 cm. Flange distance is 46.5 mm. The Pentax M is made out of metal with a rubberized focusing ring. It weighs 220 grams. It is 37 to 45 mm long with a 49 mm front thread. The iris has 8 blades, the aperture is clicked and it goes from f1.4 to f22. The focusing ring turns 210 degrees and minimum focusing distance is 45 cm. Flange distance is 45.46 mm. In terms of sharpness wide open, the best performer is the Pentax, followed by the Canon and then the Nikkor in last place. In the corners though, the Canon is a bit sharper than the Pentax. Stopping down to f8, they all get rid of vignetting, cushion distortion is reduced and the Pentax is still in first place, but the Canon and the Nikkor are basically equal in second place. Contrast and saturation are quite similar across the board. The Pentax produces the warmest tones and the Nikkor the coldest, with the Canon somewhere in the middle. They all show chromatic aberration wide open, but while the Pentax does the best job at controlling it and it goes away by stopping down, the Canon and the Nikkor suffer from it the most, sometimes even up to f8. Specular highlights are quite similar with some harder edges. The Canon has some artifacts, but it might just be my copy. Minimum focusing distance is 45 cm for both the Canon and the Pentax, while the Nikkor can only focus up to 60 cm. Talking about focus, they all suffer from breathing as expected. Flare are more present on the Canon and the Nikkor, and they can occasionally show some ghosting as well, while the Pentax doesn't seem to suffer from ghosting and flares are much more controlled. I've been using these lenses for months now, and they are different beasts. The Pentax is noticeably the most modern of the three and the most reliable. It does have its own character, but it lacks that dreaminess wide open. At the end of the day, it comes down to what you like and what you're looking for in a lens. For me, it's an easy choice. I would pick the Pentax over the Canon and the Nikkor every day of the week, but for you, it might be different. Well, that's it. Let me know in the comments which one you prefer and why. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!